The Big Show on Hodaki. Thanks to Night and Day. For the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you massive backbones. Great to have your company this Thursday afternoon. It is the 14th of December 2023, and as always, you're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day and Mogie in your tight grey T-shirt. God, what a stallion. How's life?
Yeah, going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Another beautiful day in Auckland there. Rain, wind, summer.
Yeah, good times, good
me
times.
complaining. Have I got something sticking out the back of my shirt there, Keyzie? Is it inside out, this
Is
shirt?
it inside out?
No, it's
no,
not.
it's not.
Nah,
The tag was
nah.
just sticking
I'm
out.
loving the stubble action too. It's
Thanks,
great,
mate.
mate.
Thanks.
Is that? Are you going to shave that all away to reveal that magnificent mo again?
I think it'll vary.
Yeah.
You know,
depending on how you
depending
feel,
on the
whether you
day.
can be arsed or not.
Yeah.
Keyzie, you mad bastard. You came in with a hell of a mood this afternoon. But I see now you've cheered up a bit, mate. How's
Have I?
life? Yeah.
Okay, first two things. All right, I don't want to start the show on the wrong foot.
Oh, no, certainly
Jase,
not. No.
You came in the worst mood I've ever seen you in. You were in a foul mood. And then secondly, when I had the same stubble that Mogie had, you said I looked like I was hungover and had lost the will to live and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
what's the difference?
Oh, your stubble is a lot darker, and you had the hooded eyes as well, which
yeah,
is
true.
what gave you away.
Yeah.
Those are gone now away.
Wow, they're still a bit baggy, but no, you're looking good, Keyzie. Loving the Canterbury Bulldogs league shirt you're wearing there too.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Hey, now listen.
Jase,
Yeah.
you're looking good, man.
Thanks, man. Listen, big show ahead. Of course, as always, we've got $50 night day vouchers to give away to everyone that texts in or phones in or sends us a talkback on the iHeartRadio app.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about something that's really bothering me at the moment, and I need your support on.
Right, okay.
And I believe you've made us a gift, Keyzie.
I have made a homemade gift for the big show.
You can have it, man.
No.
Because you know how I feel about homemade gifts.
Yeah.
No, trust me.
You keep it.
No, it's no.
It's the thought that counts, and I know,
let me at
I know
least-
that you've made it, so that's enough for me. I'll take the thought.
Let me at least.
I don't want to be left with the thing that I then have to put in the bin.
Yeah.
All right, Keyzie's made a homemade gift for Pugs and Jase then.
Oh, I'm not really into it either.
Screw it. Here's Shehad.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Lou Reed there this Thursday afternoon. The time is 12 minutes past 4 o'clock, which means it's time for...
The Big Poll.
And this is one very dear to my heart, actually, Mogie. Very dear to my heart. Road rage, yes or no? Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I had a little go at... Well, did I? I had a little experience today where I was coming down... There's a hill on the way to work, and I was coming down there, Franklin Road, for people in Auckland. You might know
with the
it's
Christmas
Ponsonby Way.
Yes.
Have they got Christmas trees there?
Christmas lights.
Cool, man.
Actually, Frankie would love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm coming down there, and there's somebody in front. Sometimes it's really stacked with traffic. 'Cause
Sure.
At the bottom of the hill is a set of lights. But it didn't feel like it was like that today, and yet we were travelling very, very slowly. So I just sort of swung out onto the other side of the road there just to see who was in front of this person going so slowly. And there was nobody there.
Ugh.
And I was like, what's going on? Why are you going so slow? And then I looked at the speed. I was going 30 k's an hour.
Yeah.
And then I remembered that the speed limit down that road is 30 k's an hour. Now, I didn't lose my mind. I thought that was quite funny because all that person was doing was following the law. But I could certainly... There have been times in my life where I have displayed certain amounts of effing and jeffing.
Sure.
And in fact, I think prior to that today, I think I was effing and jeffing about something else.
So people going less than the speed limit in front of you, does that bug you?
Less than the speed limit.
Yeah.
100%.
So
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
bugging you?
It's been bugging me.
So good.
That
That's
has
really
been bugging me, that one.
Yeah.
But then there's the next stage of it is road rage, isn't it? So
Sure.
road, like effing and jeffing, I think that's just good times. That's good fun for all the family because everyone gets to enjoy that. It's generally the man, and then his missus gets to enjoy it there, or his boyfriend if that's what's going on, and then the kids in the back as well.
For sure.
All the kids get to enjoy that. But when you pull over and you jump out and you start throwing the deduges through the
fisticuffs.
start launching punches through the passenger window or the driver's window. I mean, that's Hoity J material.
Sure. Look, I find for me, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older,
You're getting hotter.
but certainly I'm indulging a lot more in what I call Mogeisms. And I'll give you an example. I told you the other day, it was a little while back, about someone crossing a pedestrian crossing, and they were really, really slowly walking across this crossing. And at the top of my voice, I was like, "Move it along, you dopey bastard!" And I find myself doing that. And I tell you what's been bugging me.
Oh, now we're talking.
It's been bugging me. What really gets deep inside my goat is when I park at Sky City and people get into the car park and then drive at like 3 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
It's a massive car park. You don't drive 5 kilometres an hour.
That's
you can
the speed
see
limit in there.
You can see what's going on. There's no need. And don't get me started about the tools, the massive idiots that think it's a really good idea to back their cars into a car park. Really does my head in. If you want to fire Hoodie J up, start backing your car into a car park. It's been bugging me. But I also find it really cathartic, actually. That's where I release all my tension, Mogi.
Yeah.
And quite genuinely, F and Jeff like you wouldn't believe about everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Where I've held on to so much stuff and I just let loose in the car.
Yeah.
I reckon people would be horrified if they heard me in my car.
Especially some of the race-based stuff.
If you want to know where I stand on all this stuff,
Sure, because you're a boy racer, aren't you, Keyzie?
I used to be a boy racer, and I used to have.
did you?
No, I had a Skyline, Skyline back in the
Sure.
day. Had a manual turbo Skyline. Had a few of them actually. And I used to be right up the arse with someone on the fast lane, get out the way, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Driving aggressively. I don't know what happened, but maybe it was when I turned 30 a few years back. I don't care anymore. I just chill. I go the speed limit or less than the speed limit. I pop my cruise control on. I'm not in the fast lane anymore. I don't care anymore. Don't know what it is.
I tell you what,
You got married, that's what it is.
What really gets deep inside my goat too is just what you mentioned there, where you've got some tool when you're driving at a perfectly respectable pace, right up your ass, deep inside your goat,
deep inside your goat.
and revving the engine. You know what I mean?
Brum, brum.
We'll get out of the fast lane, Jase.
But I've
and your
never.
Model T.
Having said that, I've never actually been so enraged that I've got out of my car and done fisticuffs.
No.
What do you think? New Zealand road rage? Yes or no? Go to the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram story to vote. Prediction?
Oh, 80% yes.
70% yes. Or text us on 3483 your views.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good stuff. Oh, blur.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, Billy Idol there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Now, fellas, there's been a bit of a development in my life, and it's been one that's been, upsetting me a little bit.
That's not
And,
good.
Has it been bugging you?
Has it?
yeah.
It's been bugging me.
So good.
You know, how do I phrase this? I guess you could say I'm a bit of a Instagram star.
Is it sure that's how you want to phrase it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of photos of me out there, Mogi, at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's one thing that I've begun to notice, and it's beginning to really get deep inside my goat and bug me a little bit.
It's been bugging me.
I'm sure the listeners are just loving that little ditty. And what I've noticed in these photos of my face, and it's come as a bit of a shock to me, is that I have a massive snoz.
Correct.
It is ginormous. And I don't ever remember it being this big, you know what I mean? And so I've gone into a bit of an investigation about it.
Right.
In terms of, as you get older, does your nose grow bigger? You know, because I don't know if you guys have found this, like with your testicles, as you get older. I don't know if they go bigger or they just sag or what it is, but they seem enormous.
Yeah, gravity takes hold.
Yeah, gravity takes hold. Probably,
There's just
probably
it's the
there.
same thing getting stretched out.
So I've been doing a little bit of investigating on the old snoz there, and God, now I can't find it.
That's right.
Well, just on that,
I mean,
it's a commonly held knowledge that your nose does continue to grow, as do your ears, as do your eyebrows, which is why I'm a world of pain.
So am I.
So, yeah, by the time the 70s roll around.
I'm walking like Dobby the house elf.
This is what I actually found. I found it now, fellas. Does your nose get bigger with age? The skin and structures of the nose lose strength with age, resulting in a nose that stretches out and sags downward. The glands within the nose skin, especially at the tip, may enlarge, causing a wider, heavier nose appearance. While there is debate if the cartilage itself grows, it can look that way. So I don't know that noses actually do grow. You see, what I think is happening is my face is getting smaller.
No,
You know
your
what I
nose
mean?
is getting bigger.
Because I'm working out so hard at the moment that I've got this really lean face, which is accentuating my massive schnoz.
Oh.
And it was never that massive. And we posted a picture the other day of me when I was a younger fella. It was never that big.
Was your nose, because obviously everyone knows that I've got the smallest nose on the big show. Because after the measure off, scientific proof of that.
What did you have, though? You had something that you came tops in.
No. Was your nose as big as mine when you were 32?
Hell no.
Right, so mine's going to be absolutely massive then.
Yeah, because seriously, it's bugging me now. Actually, how big my nose. I might get some rhinoplasty done. What do you reckon?
Yeah, rhino. Whatever the rhinos get done, that's what you'll need.
Nip off a couple of inches here and there.
Yeah. Well, I do find it interesting that you read out that thing from the internet, and it literally says that it does grow wider. They do get bigger as you get older.
Oh.
That's literally what it says.
You see, this is a problem with Googling, isn't it?
Well,
that's factual as well, apparently.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I completely agree. And it does, your schnoz does get bigger, but I think the point is really that you're just focusing on it more.
Sure.
It's been, the problem,
it's very easy to focus on.
The problem is it's been brought to your attention.
Sure.
Repeatedly. And I blame Keyzie.
Yeah,
me.
I mean,
little old Keyzie's doing nothing.
You've given me a fair amount of grief about my schnoz over the year,
Jase,
Keyzie.
nothing that you haven't started. Okay, let's clarify this. You started this whole nose thing. You were the one that made the first nose joke, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, good stuff.
Nah, but your nose looks fine, Jase, all right? It's in proportion to the rest of your head. It's all good, mate.
You're saying I've got a massive
head?
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. MGMT there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Great to have your company if you're just joining us, by the way.
That's right. Tomorrow is the last big show of 2023, so we're going to be celebrating with...
Unbelievable.
I know. We're going to be celebrating with a Friday Throbber special. Every single song will be of the Throbber winning variety. Also, our mates at Super Liquor have been giving us some cash to give away, so tomorrow's your last chance. 5 o'clock, call us 0800 Hodaki. Help us vote on the Throbber, and you could win $200 for you and $200 for a mate.
So good. $400.
Yeah, not bad at
for
all.
your Christmas.
Hey, fellas, something interesting happened to me overnight, right? Last night at...
Midnight?
It was 11:30 p.m. Got a text from my wife.
I know where this is going. I don't know if we can just keep telling these stories.
Why?
Of you and your midnight steamers.
Oh, no, Mike, no.
Oh, it wasn't a steamer?
No.
Okay.
No, so it was 11:30, message from my wife who's out at her work to, hey, can you come pick me up? I'm in town. And also all of my workmates want to lift home as well. And so 11:30, I hop in the car, head down there, pull up outside the pub. She says, I'll be out in 10 minutes.
Are you kidding?
Nah. And so I'm like... All good? Yeah, all good.
No rush, darling, no rush.
Chuck on a YouTube video, watch something for 10 minutes. They finally come out. There's like 7 of them. They're all steamed. Only a few of them fit in the car. That's fine. So then I spend an hour dropping them off at various places around Auckland town.
Oh, backbone, Keyzie.
They're all steamed. Yeah, I know.
Whoosh.
They're all steamed. And then get home, go to bed like 1 a.m. Wake up this morning. My wife is extremely hungover and I'm not. And that is a very rare situation.
Sure.
So... We talked a bit about this on the podcast, but when your wife is hungover and you're not, but you are always hungover,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to behave in that situation? Because I was up on my high horse quite a lot. I was a bit like, wow, you kind of did this to yourself, didn't you? You know what I mean? Like, well, you didn't have to drink so much, did you?
I can totally relate because I even remember begging my wife to be hungover. You know, because it was always Horty J that was massively hungover. And I remember saying to my wife many times, actually, could we change this up a bit? Could you be the one that's hungover for a change? And she was just never interested.
Yeah.
And in fact, the last time she was hungover, which was about 10 years ago, she was pathetic. And she couldn't cope with it at all, stayed in bed all day and insisted that I go and get her KFC for lunch.
Yeah. What about you, Mogi? Have you ever been in that situation?
Yeah, I have. I don't. She's pretty good when I'm hungover. So yeah, I don't.
Oh, so is my wife. My wife's great.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't rub it. It doesn't happen enough.
I'm not rubbing it.
I'll absolutely agree with you there. It does not happen enough. But probably rather than trying to get her more drunk, maybe I need to drink less.
Yeah. There is that scenario.
And so that's why I do the whole pick them all up and drop them off. It happens like twice a year, and it buys me the most brownie points I can get.
Yeah. You know, because what would your ratio be? It'd be like 50-1. Given your propensity for going out and having big ones with the boys.
We joke around. It's probably 10-1.
10-1.
Right.
And that's not because I drink too much. That's certainly not the case. It's because she doesn't ever drink because she hates being hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And then you suggested a walk.
I did suggest a walk because I know that she likes to get out and get active. So we went for an hour-long walk around the block.
An hour?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That is my worst nightmare, Keyzie.
To be
right
fair,
there.
we got 40 minutes into it, and then she said, how far away from the car? And I was like, 20 minutes away. And she's like, oh. So then we finally made it there. But, just wondering how you tackle that situation.
No, I totally relate, mate. Go fill your boots.
Yeah, okay.
Lay it out there while you can.
Yeah, okay.
Totally, man.
Thanks, fellas. Oh, is this the Foo Fighters?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it
wow,
is.
this is a tune.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Arcade Fire there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. The time is exactly 4:49.
Hey, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but my wife's left me.
Oh, my God. Your wife's been away for work. For how many months is it?
3 months.
3 months now, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I've decided I'm going to take her back.
Right. Good on you, mate.
When's that happening?
It's big of you.
Thanks, mate. Monday afternoon sometime. But yeah, I mean, she's had to obviously earn my trust again.
Sure. Have you let her know that she needs to make some changes and stuff?
Oh, I think, yeah. You got to put a very, very clear plan in place, man.
Sure.
Is this 1.5 Mogeys, by the way?
This is 1.5 Mogeys, man. 1.5 Mogeys.
So good.
It's a real shame that we're not going to see that. Or maybe we'll get to hear that again, you know?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you, mate.
That will be the worst thing about her coming back, actually.
I don't give it much of a chance. Given, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Given what's happened and stuff.
Well, what's going to happen is, you should probably get another job at some point, and then she'll leave me again.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know what I mean?
Right.
And I can't. Yeah,
but she needs. That's her job, though, right? That you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Breaking my heart, Keyzie, is that her job?
Sure, man. Sure.
Hey? Yeah.
And there's only so much, a fella can take, really.
Oh, exactly,
you know what I mean?
man.
If you can't keep getting your heart broken.
Right. No,
You know
fool
what I
me
mean?
once, Keyzie.
Yeah,
She's
Shame
not
on
fooling
me.
you, is she? She's
Fool me twice, shame on me, Keyzie.
Yeah.
right.
See?
Yeah.
My daughter, I got home yesterday and she came, as she does, she comes sprinting down the hallway at me, million miles an hour. It's nice, that, isn't it? Do you remember that? Your kids running when you get home, they're actually pleased to see you.
Nah.
And she says to me, "Oh, Dad, I'm not going to miss," and then says the babysitter's name, the nanny's name.
Right.
Wow. That's
And
Hard.
well, that was in front of her as well.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, you will, and she's going to be around still. I hope she's going to continue to look after you when we need a hand, you know." But it sounded like she'd been really copping it over the day. She said, "Yeah, she's been really missing her mum today." So
Sure.
that sounded like the discussions have been quite long about how she wasn't going to be missing.
oh my goodness. And so, how was the babysitter handling it? Was she alright?
Well, she seems to be okay, but I don't know. I mean, I think if you've spent any time with kids, you know that you're going to get it. But I don't think it's easy to hear that from anyone, because it's like they say that they're very honest kids, aren't they? So that they're honestly not going to miss you. That doesn't make you feel better.
Yeah.
And I also don't think it's true. I think she will.
Yeah. They can be brutally honest, Keyzie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what have they said to you?
It's what they haven't said to me more than anything else.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's the one.
I mean, we haven't talked for like 8 years.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Far out. That's no good.
Oh, well,
But it's worth it, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that everything's reconciled there, Mogi.
Yeah,
and,
we're on our way. I'll let you know how we go next year. So it's sort of a trial. We'll see how it goes over summer and that.
Yeah, sure.
Hang on, this job she's got, which requires her to leave you.
She left me, yeah. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, no, I heard about it, mate. Heart goes out to you. Is this a job that she's been doing for quite a long time? Like, are you quite used to this happening?
Yeah. I mean, in the sense that it has happened before, but you know, you don't think the bad behaviour's necessarily going to repeat,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, previously when she's left me, I've just been a dude on my own, so I just go out and get on the beers and that. But this time she's left me with a kid.
1.5 Mogeys.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
Right. Yeah.
Good stuff, though, man. Good stuff. Good news.
If it doesn't work out, though, we'll be able to use that sting again.
Yeah,
So that's good.
yeah.
Oh, we don't actually. Yeah, we don't want to waste the sting.
Nah.
It's a good sting.
Yeah. Great sting.
I might use that for my first throbber next year.
Sure, why not?
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Racing there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Now, plenty coming up after 5 o'clock. You know, there's a lot of pressure around Christmas time, fellas.
There is.
You know, people under strain, the year coming to a close, and I've noticed one of our team who's really been under the hammer of late.
Yeah.
And he's been throwing out a few bombs lately, and, you know, I think the stress is probably getting to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So we need to enfold him in the Big Show bosom.
Right.
And give him a bit of love and so forth.
You're not talking about me, are you?
And just make sure he's okay, Mogi.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Check in. You got to check in.
Yeah, you've got to check in with each other. Make
I'm
sure
fine, by
everyone's
the way.
fine. Yeah, I know you're fine, Keyzie.
Oh, it's not me. Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah,
totally.
Your eyes are looking a bit shot.
Oh,
But
don't even worry about it. Let's just keep it on. Let's just keep it on what you were talking about.
also, last night, Mogi went on a bit of a hunt.
Oh, you did?
And I want to talk to you about hunting over the Christmas break.
Good.
So all that after 5. Stay tuned.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Thursday's treating you well. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And remember, everyone that texts in on 3483 and or does a talkback on the iHeartRadio app or gives us a call on 0800 Hodaki goes in the draw to win a $50 Night Day voucher. And I believe, fellas, we've got a few of those to give away, actually.
We have got
So
a few.
fill your boots, New Zealand, fill your boots.
We've got to the end of the year and we seem to have a surplus at the moment.
All
so
socks must go sale.
all socks must go. Dead right, Jase. So if you are keen, you can talk back us, iHeartRadio app, or text us 3483 or call us 0800 Hodak.
I believe we've got a talk back there, haven't we, Keyzie?
Well,
Someone sent in.
We've got a couple of talkbacks. Shall I play both of them?
Oh, just one of them to start off with.
All right, here we go. We'll go with this one, Jase.
G'day, backbones. Just want to say Merry Christmas to you, two-stroke Hoity J.
Yeah, I'm loving that
Chris
moniker.
Keyzie steamed and Bulges Minogio. Have a fantastic holiday, lads. You have deserved it for being such backbones. Cheers, mate.
Good on you,
Backbone.
mate.
What a backbone.
Yeah.
That's bloody lovely. That's from Joseph down in Christchurch.
Christmas wishes are nice, aren't they,
Aren't they,
Moki?
though?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And right back, what was his name?
Joseph.
Yeah, right back at you, Joseph.
I can play another one if you want.
Oh, okay.
This one's also from down in Christchurch, and this one comes from Keyzie.
Hey, Minogue, hey, you backbone. Heard you're getting your heart broken, baby. Why don't you take a stroll down to my place and we can do some resurrection of that heart, mate. I'll sort you out proper good, Minogue. Come on, brother.
So there you go.
So good. That was
How hot's
lovely.
that?
That-
Where was he 3 months ago?
Oh, yeah, when your
You know
wife
what I'm
left.
saying?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Far out.
Am I right?
Well, never say never. You know what I mean?
Heartwarming stuff, though, isn't it? And
Yes.
nothing makes you feel better than someone saying something nice to you.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, totally, man. Hey, coming up, the whole the whole Big Show team's going to get together and have a bit of a chit chat. See, just check in with each other.
Yeah, because we've noticed someone on the squad has Tude.
Yeah, massive
It
Tude.
needs to be, yeah.
Speaking of Tude,
Ugh,
is
Tude.
Nirvana.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, REM there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. The time is nearly 5:15 o'clock. We've got our great mate Pugs in the studio with us. G'day, Pugs. How you going,
Hey,
mate?
I'm good, man. How are you?
You good today?
Yeah, man. I'm doing all good.
Okay. Yeah. It's just that me and the fellas have kind of noticed that you've been a bit toey of late, and yesterday when we were doing the filming, and because you're such a backbone, Pugs. Really
Thank
supportive.
You.
And
oh, that means
stuff,
a lot,
and
man.
We were doing the filming there, and I said to the audio guy, "Am I coming through okay?" And you just screamed at me, "Shut your cake hole and get on with it." And I don't know about you guys. I was pretty taken aback by that.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, but I also thought it wasn't professional.
I laughed because it was just really awkward. I've never seen you sort of lash out like that before, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
And then later on as well,
yes.
actually.
Oh, what?
Because, Jase, you were sort of banging on about because you're going to have to get wet at one point for one of the shots, and you're sort of banging on about it for 24. But how's it going to work? Who's going to get? What are we going to be doing? Are we going to have to? And then eventually, Pug said, "It's just a bit of water, man."
Yeah.
Now, he said what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think it was his place to say it.
Yeah, no, especially not to a big time announcer as well.
Oh, not to Hoodie Joe.
Not to me.
No.
And there was that time after that where, I was ordering a coffee because a lady came over to say,
she was in
blah,
love
blah,
with
blah.
you.
And, they're all in
I
love
wish
with
all
me,
my clients were like you.
Yeah, exactly. And I heard you mutter under your breath, "Jesus, prima donna much?" Which, and then I said, what was that, Pugs? And you went, "Just button it, Hoity J." And I was like,
so what do we
I think it was Button It Butter Mushroom was...
Button It Butter
Mushroom. If I can remember correctly.
Because that's not me,
No,
obviously.
no, yeah.
There's only one button mushroom in this studio, and it ain't Hoity J, let me tell you that much, mate.
Yeah, no, you've got a
That's
massive
awesome.
downstairs.
That's so sick.
So I guess what we're trying to figure out is, are you all goods?
Yeah.
And do you need the audience to text in on 3483 and send talkbacks to cheer you up, or what's the deal?
Well, look, I want the audience to send talkbacks via iHeartRadio as much as possible, regardless of what they're sending them in for, Keyzie.
Right.
It's just
that's
wanting the
Tude
best
right
for
there.
the show.
Yeah.
That's Tude right there, you know what I mean? That's attitude.
Well, when I offered you a cameo cream just before in Studio B, you smashed the plate against the wall. What was that? I mean, what? Are you sure everything's
going on
Are you sure everything's okay, Pugs? Because we're a team here, mate. We'll take you under our wing, and you can suckle on the Big Show bosom.
Look, I'm all down for a bosom. I think that's pretty obvious. If I can speak to those ones yesterday, I think I was really sucked into the whole. We're on the movie set, it's real. This is live. This is hot, It's the Big Show on set, and I think I just sucked in a little bit of that energy from you guys.
You saw what happened
camera.
to Keyzie. Keyzie, in front of the camera there, really felt the pressure there, didn't you, Keyzie?
Yeah, Jase. Yeah.
Well, what I want to know, is there anything that's bugging you at the moment, Pugs?
It's been bugging me.
I think it's, they say it's the most wonderful time of the year. I just think it's also one of the most stressful times of the year, guys.
Right.
Sure.
And it's our last show tomorrow, and I'm getting individual messages from all of you asking me to bring stuff for the show, or you better have this audio ready.
Okay, all right.
Have you got that ready? Your lowly producer, and that
settle
sort of
down,
stuff.
Scumbag on that,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, how about people text in 3483, some messages for Pugs, cheer him up, talkbacks on iHeartRadio?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Because you are a backbone, Pugs.
I think asking me if I have a Tude really helps, so keep doing that.
Yeah. Like you in a bad mood.
Yeah. Are you grumpy?
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the Mutton Birds there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon, 26 minutes past 5 o'clock. We've got Pugs in the studio with us. He's been a bit down in the dumps lately, a very important member of the team, and we just wanted to check in on him, make sure that he was okay, because he's been throwing a few verbal bombs out there. So we asked the people to text through or call through on 3483. I think we got a few there, Keyzie.
Yeah, plenty of people texting in just to make you cheer up, Pugs. So hopefully these help, mate. Pugs, just send it, man. Yes,
yeah, that's a good shout.
It's good advice. You three wounders are holding Pugs back from the success and glory he deserves. He should release all the stuff you guys say off air that he's been secretly recording to HR.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it pretty hard.
You don't do that, eh, Pugs?
Nah.
No, you don't record us when we're off air, eh?
Oh, never.
No. Certainly not on video or anything like that.
Yeah,
Good.
That'd be funny, yeah.
Well, this one here, get effed, Pugs.
Yeah, see, I like that one.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's real, isn't it?
There.
Yeah,
it's real.
Yeah, totally.
There's one here that says, Hoity J could loan Pugs some money. Would that help?
Oh, I mean, what do you think about that, Jase?
How much do you need?
Well, I mean, I remember I gave you that money from my Japan trip.
Oh, yeah, you should.
I loaned you about $2,000 because you lost your wallet and your
Oh,
stolen
yeah, that's right.
Tude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely the New Year's, mate.
sure.
Good
Right.
on you, mate.
Someone here says, cheer up, Pugs, could be worse. You could be producing Matt and Jerry show with their pelvic floor segment, which I'm a
yeah.
big fan of, by the way. That
Yeah,
segment.
love the pelvic floor stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
We've also got Ron on the line who has something helpful to say. G'day, Ron.
You there, Ron? Ron.
It's not going to work without.
Yeah, well,
'cause we've
Pugs
got
not in
Pugs
studio.
Geez.
Pugs isn't doing his job, so the
Yeah.
person
Well,
that's
hang
ringing
on.
him up to say, "Hey, you legend," can't actually talk to us.
No, we can't talk to him. There's
Yeah,
something
no,
weird
that's
going on.
R.I.P.
that's
Ron.
right.
It's broken.
Pugs, mate, just want to say, getting to the end of the year, last show of the year tomorrow, all right? Just want to
Yeah.
say from all of us, we appreciate what you do every day, all right? This makes you feel better. Every single radio show out there, you know, they either have one producer, two producers, three. We've only got one, and you do a bloody good job. Social media, podcasts, everything people see. Whenever they call up, like Ron's trying to do right now, you're the guy that they hear. With all that in mind, we reached out to some friends to get you a present.
Well, what is it? Well, hang on.
What?
You were talking about a homemade gift.
Yeah, it's not a homemade
Yeah, I've
gift.
got a homemade gift for you.
What's that?
Oh, no. We'll talk about it
Can
off
we-
here.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get it on video.
There's no homemade gift, Pugs, all right?
Okay.
So we...
Are you going to do that? Hey, are we still doing the hooker?
No, we... Like...
Well, we're not doing
You can
that.
just get Jase to do it if you want.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't keen.
I'd prefer
Good on
not
you,
to.
Pugs.
Okay.
Kia kaha.
We got in touch with some friends of ours, told them about you, and they agreed to hook you up with something that came out last week.
God, what is this?
Our friends...
Just show him, man.
What is this?
Just show him. You're going to be pissed off about
I'm
this,
gonna be
Pugs.
so
Sorry.
livid.
Yeah.
Our friends at Sony
What is this?
have given you a brand new PlayStation 5.
Are you taking the...
Slim edition, mate, with a disc there so you can borrow my games whenever you want, all right? And that's from us just to say thanks for being such a backbone.
You're a massive backbone, Pugs.
Good on you, Pugs.
Hey.
Hey.
You.
There you go, mate.
That is a joke. I am in disbelief. Thank you guys so much. The show means the world to me, as you know.
Good on you,
It's
mate.
the best job I've ever had, and probably will ever have at the rate that we're going. So onwards and upwards. And yeah, wouldn't be without you guys. So thank you.
Good on you, man. Hey, and Pugs, if you need to know how to work that thing, just give me a word, mate.
Come
and
over
I'll-
this weekend,
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
have a
come over
jam,
this
bro.
weekend and sort you
Yeah.
out, all right?
Yeah.
You've been a legend, Pugs. Good on you, mate.
Good on you, man. And a quick shout out to Sony. The new Slimline PlayStation 5s are out now, so if you want to make someone as happy
Bloody
as Pugs
beautiful.
is, then
Yeah.
do that.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Bit of Jimmy there, fellas.
Jimmy, man.
I won the Thrubber one day with a bit of Jimmy, didn't I?
Yeah, those are the days.
It
eh?
was that song.
Back in the day, man.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, actually, it was that song.
It was
Actually,
when
Good
Keyzie
stuff.
was away.
Hey, now, have you fellas heard about League in Vegas?
Yes, Jase. We've heard about the league in Vegas. Is this the one you were telling us about yesterday?
Yeah.
And the day before?
Yeah.
Is it still the same?
And
Well,
now,
I just know what your attention span's like, Keyzie.
I've just, we've been doing this for a while now. We sort of have to, talk to the punters about this, and it always interests me how much of this is actually sinking in. So we're going to do a little quiz, all right? Hoity J,
Yes.
there's two games that are going to be happening in this game of Buckba League.
Yes.
This league in Las Vegas competition that's going to be happening next year, whenever it is. Who are the four teams that are playing?
Sea Eagles? Parramatta Eels? Newcastle Knights?
Oh, you... Come on, Jase. You do it every day.
The Brisbane Broncos?
Yeah, see, that was just
Just name any other club.
I'm trying. Oh, the Titans.
Oh,
Titan. Oh.
the Titans. That is not a good way to display our game over in Vegas.
The Warriors? Hey.
What?
But what I do know is that you and a mate can win 5 nights over in the US of A, 1 night in Los Angeles, 4 nights in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
5-star.
5-star accommodation, I know that.
What about you, Mike? What do you have to text to 3483 to win?
Oh, God, that's a good question. Oh, actually, I do know this.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah. Can you tell me who the teams are now, please?
The Seagulls are taking on the Rabbitohs. The Roosters are taking on the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
To open the NRL season. If you're keen, text Vegas to 3483 because boystrip.co.nz, they specialise in big trips for sporting events. They put together a package for 2 people. Vegas, 3483.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. The reason I didn't pay attention to the leaguey part of it was I was so blown away by the prize part of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys do this when you're thinking about a prize. You put yourself in that scenario and you start fantasizing about what you would do in that scenario.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And you'd be sitting in a stadium looking at a field with no rugby league teams.
Yeah, going, who's playing? Who's playing?
If you were so distracted by the prize, what month is this happening in?
Keyzie.
What month?
He got an easy one.
Jase, what month is it happening in?
I don't know.
Come on, just say a month, any month.
Feb.
Is it March?
Yeah! Damn it.
2nd of March. Text Vegas to 3483. Get yourself in the draw.
Good stuff. Now, listen, coming up after 6 o'clock, as always, the results of the Big Show, Big Poll. If you haven't voted on that, go and do that now on the Instagram account. Also, what's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to the Big Show brought to you by Night Day. Hey, have we got anything special going on with the milkshakes at Night Day at the moment, Keyzie?
Oh, you talking about the buy 5, get a free milkshake free card that they're running?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still running.
Oh, good stuff, man.
Oh, actually, Jase, how many do you have to buy in order to get a free one?
5. Yeah. You see, I know my milkshakes,
Yeah,
man.
you do.
Now, listen, the podcast outro bonus material we'll do outside the show, the second to last one today, fellas.
Yeah.
Mind you, with that in mind, I just want to tell people out there, we will be doing a Christmas special and also we'll be doing a New Year special as well. So that you'll have that to look forward to. Today's chit-chat was about...
Tumblers.
Where the are all our glasses gone?
Like
Go into her room.
tumblers.
There's like, no, just like your standy
glass.
drinking glass.
Like a tumbler.
Wow, some of them are tumblers, some of them aren't.
Right.
Yeah.
Glass.
What's a tumbler?
A tumbler is a short
It's
drinking
like
glass.
Right.
Yeah, stubby.
I thought it
kind
was
of
just something
thing.
you drink any glass. Right, okay.
And God, you've been very.
I love the show. As soon as someone walks in a slight bad mood, it's like, all right, let's crank this up a notch.
It was quite a fun one actually today. Old Keyzie turned up in a hurr of a mood.
Oh my God. If I hear the words old Keyzie and a hurr of a mood again. Search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your podcast from, all right? Jeez. Here's Queens of the Stone Age.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Silver chair there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. And second to last show of the year, fellas. Hey, how are we feeling about that?
Yeah, good. Tomorrow's a big throbber special, so I'm excited.
That is exciting.
Like I say, I feel a bit sad that it's sort of finishing, but hey, well, there's always next year, isn't there, fellas?
Well, and also I'm filling in on breakfast next week. If you don't want to stop, you can join me.
So it's always, it'll be starting
Did you
again
hear?
next year, the big show.
The big
yeah,
show.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
The big show proper.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What was that, sorry? Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, indeed. The big poll today, road rage, yes or no?
Yeah.
And it was interesting hearing old Keyzie.
Oh, don't. He had a hurrah of a situation on the way in. It was actually old Mogie who was experiencing road rage today.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, well, it got me thinking about road rage, that's for sure, when I got stuck behind somebody who was going 30 k's an hour. And I think anybody who's been on that road that I'm talking about will know what I mean.
I know it very
it's
well.
completely ridiculous to be 30 k's.
Yes.
I don't understand it. But anyway, yeah, that got us on the subject of road rage. And then, of course, you, Jase, you're a massive effer, and Jeffrey, you consider it that better than counselling.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
It's my cathartic experience every day to just get in the car and start screaming.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
My strategy now has changed from, like, if someone, let's just say you're at an intersection at the traffic lights and someone runs a yellow and then gets stuck in the middle of the intersection and all your people have to drive around that person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you F and Jeff at that?
Massively.
See, I laugh at that because they are having a worse time than I am.
Oh, totally.
Because they feel terrible.
They're not enjoying it. Yeah.
Up the top of the road here,
Yeah.
that happens
All the time.
All the time.
I know.
Just doofuses
Look how
trying to get across.
Look how
and
angry he
blocking
is.
it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gets
Yeah.
my veins bulging.
Does it-
Psyching out, man.
It really bugs you, doesn't it?
It's been bugging me.
Hey, Jase.
Yeah, man.
So my thing now is to laugh. Like whenever someone's getting angry at me and I'm never in the wrong, so they're obviously out of their mind, I just laugh at them. And then if they drive past a situation where someone might usually pull the fingers, I pull a thumbs up.
Oh, good on you,
with
man.
a big grin.
Yeah, you see that? It just enraged me if someone did that. You know, if I was giving them the finger and they gave me a big thumbs up.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Well, because if that makes them even angrier than a finger, then that's great. You know what I mean?
It
It's
is
like,
a
I don't
win.
care, man.
Yeah.
You're over here freaking out. I don't give a crap. But the big poll, you can vote. Hodaki Big Show's Instagram story. Your predictions, Jase, 70% yes. Mike, 80% yes.
Yes.
No.
We-
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, I think so. I can't really remember, to be
No,
honest.
good on.
Well, it was a few hours ago, but you can vote, obviously, Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. There you get a percentage. It is 75% yes.
Wow.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle there.
Crikey.
Jay.
So three-quarters of New Zealand, or at least three-quarters of Hodaki listeners, are pro road rage.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's some good videos out there of the old raging, isn't there?
There is.
Where people just really lose their absolute shite.
Yeah.
And have a bit of a Keyzie explosion.
I just spent 3 minutes talking about how
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Let's get into a bit of TV chat. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
yeah, fellas, that was good. I reckon that's us back to our best. So good.
Whatever,
There'll be
Keyzie.
a few changes next year, and that'll be one of them, I think.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get Pugs in to do that. Or maybe we'll just record a generic one, Mogi.
Well, we can record it, with Pugs, and then
Yeah.
you can just Keyzie can play it
Yeah.
at the start of the show.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Nah.
Last night I watched a doco on Netflix. It was Chris Rock and Kevin Hart, and it was a documentary pretty much of both of their lives in comedy. And then they also headlined like maybe 4 different stadiums in New York City
Crazy.
across a week. Really good. Loved it. Great.
Do you go through
Good stuff, mate.
doco phases? Because I do.
Yeah. Well, that was, I just knew it was coming out.
What was that on, by the way?
That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Bloody good. I like it. I like all of those things because a lot of those guys, it doesn't pay off for years and years. So you're dedicating yourself to something because you are getting better at it, and hopefully something will come of it at some point.
Yeah.
But like Bill Burr was 35 and still living on a futon. In
Yeah.
a it's like, I just like that kind of dedication.
It is
Good on you,
interesting.
mate.
Yeah.
I watched 1883, it was called, on Prime Video, which is a prequel. I don't know if you remember the show
1884.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
And it's about the Dutton
Is that
family.
Helen Mirren or something?
No, she's not. And actually, funnily enough, I started watching it because I thought Jennifer Lawrence was in it.
Why do you want to watch this?
And I don't know about you guys. I'm a massive fan of Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know how you guys feel about it. And the funny thing was, and it's basically about the Dutton family, making their way across the Great Plains with all these immigrants and other cowboys to set up a new life and all the adventures that go along with that. It's relatively entertaining. But I watched the entire first episode thinking that this actor was Jennifer Lawrence because she is the twin of Jennifer Lawrence.
Wow.
And it wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. It was someone else. I can't even tell you what her name was.
Isabel May.
Isabel May. And
Say it like you remembered it.
extraordinary. No, but it's, one of those sort of watches where you can just sit back and not think too much and relatively entertaining if you like cowboy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And hunting and,
Yeah.
and gangs and brawls and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I watched an hour-long chat between the producer of Late Night in the 90s after David Letterman left and Conan was brought in. Lorne Michaels said Conan would be the guy who was a writer on Simpsons, and them talking about...
Who was talking to who?
So it was Conan
Talking to...
I don't know who the interviewer was, but it was Conan and the guy who produced, who I've forgotten his name too, but he was talking about how Letterman was leaving. There was a slot open. They didn't know what they were going to do. Then Lorne Michaels from Saturday Night Live was like, I know the guy, Conan. And so they got him to come and try out. He did a tryout. It was magnificent. And then Lorne Michaels was like, it was great, but you're just not, there's someone else that we're going to do
that
instead.
Is so funny because I remember, because I was asked to fill in that slot, but I was doing Sugar and Spice at the time.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
It's a comedy duo I was in.
And you went for that?
And we had gigs in like Hamilton, Cambridge, all the smaller towns, and it was like, oh, do I? Nah.
Well,
just
that's
stick
what
with Sugar
happened
and Spice.
because the guy that they had
Sugar
lined up,
and Spice.
the guy they had lined up pulled out at the last minute, and so Conan was put in. And then they had 2 months to make a TV show to replace Letterman, and they were all freaking out. It's just really interesting.
Yeah, sounds great, Keyzie.
It was, actually.
What was that on?
That was on YouTube, actually.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, here's a bit of Tom Petty for you.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Chemical Brothers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Eyes to the front, Mogie. Jeez Louise, that was absolutely just blatant.
Is her name Louise?
as
Not wrong.
Far out, man. Whoa. But anyway, hey, have the listeners out there heard about the 10K shout out thanks to our mates at Super Liquor? We did a live one on the show yesterday. Basically, we want you to do a backbone shout out at your place of work or your place of relaxation, wherever you are.
Film it.
You're choking on all that cash.
You could win $10,000, fellas.
That's right, $10,000, fellas. You just have to film yourself yelling backbone, as Jase said there. Do it somewhere that is attention-grabbing, at work maybe, in a summery location by the beach, Mogie.
Yeah, I mean, so this is what it is. It's $10,000 if you shout backbone, and that's all thanks to Super Liquor. So you just do it in sort of your workplace or just anywhere interesting.
Yeah. So you yell backbone, Jase, and you film it, and then you could win $10,000 thanks to Super Liquor.
That's so good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd do it naked.
Hey, Jase, did you hear about this thing that Super Liquor's doing, the $10,000 backbone shout?
Yeah, I just did. It's amazing, isn't it?
What do you mean you just heard? You told us first.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
$10,000 can be won thanks to Super Liquor. Film yourself yelling backbone, then upload it at hodaki.co.nz. $10,000 to be won thanks to Super Liquor.
Yeah, and like we say, get creative with it, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, we want people to put a bit of effort in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like us.
Yeah, exactly like us.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you massive backbones. That's your Thursday show done and dusted. Just one to go. So make sure that you tune into the show tomorrow. She's going to be an absolute doozy. A big send-off for the big show as we go into our Christmas holidays.
It's a big Throbber special as well. Every song we play will be a featured winner of the Throbber over the years.
Yeah, good stuff. Mogie, what are your plans tonight? You going to get on it?
Probably try and stay away from that. I'll see what's on the old tally there. An early night for me, mate, you know. Pretty much last day of the... well, no, it's not true. The missus is back on Monday. So, yeah, I guess, we should get on the hammer, fellas, over the weekend.
Yeah, live it up while you can, you know what I'm saying?
Responsibly,
Because you were saying in our podcast, weren't you, Keyzie, that you're going to be a bachelor for a week or so, and boy, oh boy, you couldn't wait.
Well, no, I did say that, but it wasn't that I couldn't wait to get rid of my wife. It was that
Your wife?
It was that I couldn't wait for the stuff coming up once she's gone, because there's a few sort of big parties.
Yeah, big.
We know what you mean, mate.
Yeah, totally.
No, there's no...
Nod's as good as a wink.
I tell you what. You take it easy, though, Keyzie, you know what I mean? Because you'll still be back next week, won't you, doing the work? You know
I'm working through summer, by the way.
Don't push the boat out, mate.
Oh, I'm pushing the boat out. I'll bring it back in, though, in time for Monday breakfast. By the way, I am on Bricky next week, so tune in.
We don't talk about breakfast on this show, mate.
Really?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, stop blowing your own horn. I'll tune in, Keyzie.
Thanks, Jase. What are you up to tonight, Jase?
Oh, look, quite a bit on tonight. Just quick dash to the gym.
Right.
Throw a bit of tin, get home, a bit of protein.
Thanks for listening, New Zealand. We'll be back again tomorrow from 4. Make sure you check out our podcast and follow us on Instagram as well.
Oh, no, actually, I made love last night. I don't want to do it every night. Yeah, probably go to bed. Oh, no. I might do a bit of stretch.